Hello everyone. Welcome back to the new session of Biology, Standard 11th, Chapter 10, Animal Tissue. In the last lecture, we studied the details of compound epithelial tissue. In that, we studied stratified epithelium and transitional epithelium. Then we started the details of cell junctions. In that, we studied about tight junctions, hemidesmosomes, desmosomes, adherence junctions, and gap junctions. Then we started with connective tissue. In that, we started with loose connective tissue, and in loose connective tissue, we studied the details of areolar connective tissue. Now, today we'll start with the second part of loose connective tissue, that is adipose tissue. Now, in this tissue, you will find there are large number of adipocytes. Adipocytes, that means fat cells. And here the cells are rounded or polygonal. Nucleus is shifted to periphery because fats are stored in the cells in the form of droplets, and these fats push the nucleus towards periphery. Here you will find matrix is less, and fibers and blood vessels are also few in number. There are two types of adipose tissue. One is a white adipose tissue and other one is brown adipose tissue. Now let's see the details of white adipose tissue. This tissue appears opaque due to presence of large number of adipocytes, that means fat cells are more in number, and you will find it is commonly seen in adults. Whereas talking about brown adipose tissue, here white is opaque due to presence of fat, so appearance will be white, and here you will find it is reddish white, reddish brown in color due to presence of large number of blood vessels, and you will find this kind of tissue is normally found in children's. Now, functions of adipose tissue. It is a good insulator. It acts as shock absorber. It is a good source of energy because it stores fat, and this type of tissue, that is adipose tissue, is found in sole and palm region as well as around organs like kidney. Now coming towards the next part, that is dense connective tissue. Now in this tissue you will find fibers and fibroblasts are compactly arranged, and there are two types of dense connective tissue, that is a dense regular connective tissue and dense irregular connective tissue. Now let's see first the details of dense regular connective tissue. In this, collagen fibers are arranged in parallel manner, and two major examples for this type of tissue are tendons and ligaments. Now let's see the details of tendons. You'll find tendons normally connects skeletal muscles to bones. That means connection between muscles and bones are done with the help of tendons, and its main function is that it gives tensile strength to the tissue. And here you will find it contains bundles of white fibers, and examples for tendons are Achilles tendon and hamstring tendon. Now, ligaments. If you see ligaments, they are made up of elastic fibers, or you can say yellow fibers. They are arranged in a regular pattern. As these are elastic fibers, so what these fibers do, they make the ligament elastic in nature, and they are normally present at joints. You will find bone to bone connection is called ligament, and main function of ligament is to prevent dislocation of bones. Now next one is dense irregular connective tissue. In this you will find fibers and fibroblasts are not arranged in orderly manner. That means in regular it was arranged in orderly manner, and here it is not arranged in orderly manner. And the best example you will find here is a dermis of skin. Next is supporting connective tissue. Supporting connective tissue normally consists of hard matrix, and it is classified into two types, that is cartilage and bone. Talking about cartilage, cartilage is considered as soft bone and bone is hard. So now if we see the details, you'll find cartilage is of different types. There are 4 different types of cartilages present based on the type of matrix. They are hyaline cartilage, elastic cartilage, fibrocartilage, and calcified cartilage. Whereas in bones, you will find normally 2 different types of bones can be seen in our body, that is soft, or you can say spongy bone, and compact bone. Now let's see the details of cartilage first. Cartilage forms the endoskeleton of cartilaginous fishes like shark, and it is widely distributed in vertebrates. You will find in cartilage a sheath of collagenous fibers forms the outer covering, that is called perichondrium, and matrix is called as chondrin. Now, just below the perichondrium, you will find immature cartilage cells are present. These are called chondroblast cells. And chondroblast cells actually mature and then they get converted into chondrocytes. Chondrocytes are seen scattered in the matrix and they are enclosed in lacuna. Each lacuna contains 2 to 8 chondrocytes. Now, I already told you that on the basis of type of matrix, there are 4 different types of cartilage. So, let's start with the first one, that is hyaline cartilage. Hyaline means glass like. So, here you will find the matrix is bluish white and gel like. Perichondrium is present. Collagen fibers are very fine and chondrocytes are also present. Now, functions of hyaline cartilage. It is elastic and compressible in nature. It acts as a good shock absorber. It provides flexibility to body and it reduces friction. Now, where this hyaline cartilage is found? The best example is that it is found at the ends of long bones, then epiglottis, trachea, larynx, hyoid bone, and ribs. Next one is elastic cartilage. In elastic cartilage, you will find here also perichondrium is present. Here, the matrix contain elastic fibers. So here, fibers will be elastic in nature. Chondrocytes are present, but they are few in number. Function: it gives support to the body. It maintains shape of the body part, and it is found in earlobe, tip of nose, etc., because it is slightly flexible as it is elastic. Then coming towards next one is fibrocartilage. Here you will find perichondrium is absent and matrix contains bundles of collagen fibers, that is white fibers. There will be few chondrocytes and those chondrocytes are scattered in fibers, and it is most a rigid type of cartilage. Main function is that it maintains position of vertebra, and it is normally found in intervertebral discs. Then you will see it is found at pubic symphysis. And last one is calcified cartilage. Actually, this type of cartilage becomes rigid due to deposition of salts in the matrix, and because of this it reduces the flexibility of joints. And normally this kind of cartilage, this calcification of cartilage takes place in old age. And example, you will find head of long bones, in those bones where flexibility uh, goes on reducing as the age goes on increasing. So let's stop here. We'll continue again in the next lecture. Let's see the quick summary what we studied today. We studied the details of adipose tissue. In that, we know there are two types of adipose tissue. One is white, other one is brown. Then we studied a dense connective tissue. In that, we studied dense regular connective tissue, which consists of two parts, that is tendons and ligaments. Then we studied dense irregular connective tissue, and then we started with supporting connective tissue. In that, we started with only cartilage. In cartilage, we studied four different types of cartilages, that is hyaline cartilage, elastic cartilage, fibrocartilage, and calcified cartilage. I hope you understood the topic. We'll continue again in the next lecture. Till then, take good care of yourselves. Thank you.